In this video, I'm going to share with you the one thing that has doubled our response rate from college baseball coaches. And for those that are curious, I played 7 years of professional baseball, spent 3 years at the D1 level, competed in the World Baseball Classic, and have trained alongside MLB stars. I've also guided over 200 student athletes inside my Mendoza Baseball Academy through the recruiting process. And trust me, if you're missing this, you are leaving opportunities on the table. All right, let's start off with some very generic mistakes that a lot of families and students will make in the college recruiting process as a varsity high school baseball player. This is probably the most common time to reach out to these college coaches. So let's go over some mistakes first. I'd say the number one mistake that high school baseball players and families make is the simple fact of sending generic copy and paste communications with these college coaches. It is probably my number one ick because I see it so many times happen to me. When I was in high school, I received so many invitational only camps and showcases, and I just refused to believe that it was personalized because let's be honest, the only thing that was personalized was my first name, the very first line of the email that was sent to me. And I was like, wow, do they even know who I am, or just am I just another person on their email list? And it made me feel like they didn't care. So why would we ever do the same style of communication where we're copying and pasting everything back to these college coaches? Because that is just thoughtless. It doesn't show that you're taking care of these tiny little details, which in all honesty, guys, every college coach will want you to care about these little things, whether it's holding your finish as a hitter or making sure that you know to back up a bag on defense. These are the tiny little things that, yes, you might be thinking that emailing college coaches has no direct correlation to your skill in baseball, but it does show a level of perception on who you are as a person. And college coaches will commit certain individuals and give scholarship opportunities to players that they trust. So ultimately, we cannot be sending out generic invites. We simply cannot be sending out generic non-personalized emails to these college coaches. It just simply does not work. And again, these college coaches can spot a copy and paste email from a mile away, so we need to make sure that we take ourselves out of that conversation. Oh yeah, and by the way, if you are interested in working one-on-one with me inside my triple play where I focus on the physical development, the mental development, and the recruiting guidance, go down below in the description to learn more about it. All right, so now let's talk about this one thing that has doubled the response rate from these college coaches. And this one thing is personalizing these emails and mentioning one thing about the specific coach, not the university. So yes, you can be super specific on the university and the successes that they've had and how many College World Series, but that doesn't matter because the university, the athletic department, is not reading the email. The college coach, the recruiting coordinator, maybe the assistant coach is the one reading that specific email that you're sending out to them. So this is where it is absolutely critical that you are personalizing these emails for the coach, not the university. So reference something that happened in their playing career. More times than not, these college baseball coaches have played a little bit of pro ball, maybe they played some college ball, and maybe they were an All-American. For example, if someone were to email me some information about their son, it is best to start off with, hey, I saw that you played with the Cardinals and Padres, and in 2018 was one of your best years between Springfield and Palm Beach. Must have been a great time. Wow, that's personalized to me because in 2018, it was my career year. I hit 290 over like 140 minor league games between high A and double A. I had 8 home runs. It was by far my best season. So this is a great way to introduce yourself by saying, hey, I did a quick little 2 or 3 minute research on who Coach Evan Mendoza is, right? So this is the same approach that my students use inside my academy, is making sure that we're personalizing each and every one of these emails to these college coaches, not the university. A personalized sentence to the university would be, hey, University of Georgia's baseball field is great. I love the campus. It has a little bit of a different touch when you're personalizing to the coach rather than to the university. And my big takeaway on this is college coaches will recruit from trust. College coaches do not recruit from a huge list. They recruit from relationships. So we want to make sure that we're building that relationship with the college coach. So let's talk about why this even works. It shows genuine interest in the college baseball program and the coach. It also makes you stand out because now you're not a player on a huge list. So now you're standing out from the crowd. You're not sending huge long paragraphs in your email, and you're personalizing them to the specific coach. It's just going to make you stand out from the rest. This also creates an opportunity for these college coaches to reply right away. So how do we apply this anyway? Because this is probably the most important aspect of the email template that I teach all of my students out with inside my remote training program. We want to keep it short. We want to keep it professional. And again, we want to make it personal to these college coaches. Yes, we can attach a highlight video, and that's definitely going to help. You can attach your upcoming schedule. That will help as well. But again, if we're not using the outreach system and strategies that I teach inside my academy, we're never going to know if these college coaches are, number one, even opening our emails, or number two, even clicking on our emails. Yes, of course, we're going to understand when these college coaches are responding to us, but that is just the tip of the iceberg. We need to have a lot more of a contextual understanding of how these college coaches are behaving to our emails, because each and every one of these emails that we send out using my outreach system and strategies to effectively and efficiently reach out to these college coaches, we're able to track the data in real time when these college coaches are opening and clicking on our emails. And beyond using our outreach system and strategies, it's also important to understand the follow-up cadence, so that way we're not spamming these college coaches looking desperate. Now, if you are interested in understanding a little bit more on how the triple play works for your player, watch this full video on the screen right now.